Hey there guys and gals, Barbie Figueroa here, and welcome to this video. This video is going to be part of a bigger playlist that I'm creating on how I'm actually using Highlevel to grow my business online. And inside of that playlist, you'll find demos on the different ways that I'm using Highlevel tools to grow different aspects of my business. And I'm also going to be adding some Highlevel tutorials in there as well. So if you're interested in Highlevel, you haven't taken the plunge yet, but you want to learn how you can grow your business using this tool and platform, then make sure to stay tuned to this particular playlist because that is where I'm going to put all of those videos. But in today's video, what I want to share with you is how to create this little AI chatbot. And it's not just an AI chatbot. There's actually a lot of things that you can do with this little nifty chat that you can place on your website. So once we get into the back office, you'll see that you can actually program this little chat to do all kinds of different things. Now, the way that I've decided to add it to my site is just a way of communication so that if someone is on my site, they can send me a quick message. But you'll see now when I go into the back office that there's so many cool things that you can actually do with this cool little widget. And speaking of websites, I actually built this website using the classic drag and drop builder inside of Highlevel. So if you want to know more about how I did that, or if you want to see more tutorials on that, then just leave me a like and comments right below, and I'll show you more into the details of the tools that I'm using to grow my business. So with that being said, let me go ahead and show you how to add this AI chatbot to a Go Highlevel website. And you can actually add this chatbot anywhere else as well. You don't have to just use it inside of Highlevel, which is a really cool thing. So with that being said, let's log into my Highlevel back office. So one thing about Highlevel is that it feels very intimidating when you first sign up. And that is why I didn't want to go heavy on like Highlevel videos and tutorials until I really sat with the platform for a little bit and I started to really understand how it works. And the more you use it, the more powerful it is. But I will give you a quick disclaimer. Highlevel is like Home Depot. Home Depot sells all kinds of things. They sell wood, they sell appliances, they sell flooring, they sell plumbing and fixtures and all the things. But just because all those things are inside of the Home Depot doesn't mean that you're going to use all of them. So I come in here with a very focused purpose, and that purpose is to build my business, which is a hybrid of digital products, training, and consulting. So I am just using the platform for what I need it and just kind of like putting my blinders on and not worrying about anything else because there's just a lot you can do inside of Highlevel. But the cool thing is that you get so much for your money because I've been able to build everything so far that I've needed to build, for the most part, just using Highlevel. All right. So with that being said, the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to go to sites. What you have to understand is that in every single category here, you see how we have like marketing, automation, sites, memberships, media storage, etc. When you go inside each category, inside is like everything that's related to what you can do here. So if you want to build a site, you can assume that you're going to be able to build a funnel in here, a website in here, a store in here, webinars. You'll see your analytics, your blogs, WordPress. All those things are going to be able to be accessible through the site's link. So when you're looking for anything that you can add to a website or create a website, then you want to go into sites. And that's pretty much where you're going to find it. So what I want to do is I want to add a chat widget to a website. So this is where I'm going to find the chat widget. Hope you follow me, okay? All right, so what I'm going to do is I want to add the chatbot to my store website. So I have a store inside of Highlevel. That page that you just saw, that's actually a store. That is not a funnel. It's not a website. It's actually a store, because you can build full-on pages inside of Highlevel to display your e-commerce store. If you want videos on that, let me know and I'll make them and show you how I'm actually using it to build my e-commerce store, okay? But for now, I want to go ahead and create a chat widget. So you're going to go to chat widget and you'll see I already have one. It's for my Brand Swatch Studio chat widget, okay? And the chat type, this is where I said you can create, you can program it so it does different things. I've selected it to be a Facebook chat. So let's go ahead and click on new so you can see how many options you actually have for this chatbot, right? So you can turn it into an all-in-one chat, which combines WhatsApp, live chat, email, SMS, Facebook, Instagram, like the whole 9 yards. However, you have to keep in mind that if you are using anything that is basically AI powered inside of Highlevel, like if you do the conversational chat with this AI chatbot, there is going to incur another additional cost. It's like pennies, but it can add up depending on the size of your site and the type of traffic you're getting on your site and how many interactions, etc. So this is something that you need to know in advance because it's going to be an extra charge on top of whatever you're paying for Highlevel. Now, right now, I am on the starter plan. I pay, as of the date of this video, $97 a month, and I am getting so much for my money. It is absolutely ridiculous. So if you want to start a 14-day trial with Highlevel, I will have those links inside of the description box right below my video. Now, you also have a live chat which engages visitors instantly through real-time website chat powered by your team or conversation AI. So when you're using that conversational AI, that's going to cost you a little money, okay? So just keep that in mind. Like I said, it's pennies, but you have to understand that it will charge you, okay? So then we have Instagram chat, route visitors to Instagram DMs for instant engagement, great for brands connecting with customers on Instagram. Voice AI. You can let the AI talk, listen, and assist your visitors, handling voice conversations for you 24/7 with no human intervention needed. That is kind of like crazy. And it's so like, wow, crazy cool. I'm not using that, but that is also something that's going to be an extra charge. So just keep that in mind. You also have the SMS email chat. You can collect visitor details and follow up via SMS. So obviously, if you're using texting of any kind, that's also going to be an extra little charge. Now, this is the one that I decided to use, which is the Facebook chat, because I have a Facebook business page. So when someone goes to my website and they want to send me a message, they can message me and I will get the notification through my Facebook page. And to me, that is super cool because I'm like on YouTube most of the time and then on Facebook the other part of the time. So if someone sends me a message, I'm going to get it right away and I can respond. So this redirects visitor to Facebook Messenger for real-time conversations, perfect for businesses active on Facebook. And this is free. This doesn't cost anything extra. And then the WhatsApp chat. You can let visitors message you directly on WhatsApp, ideal for small teams managing chats without 24/7 coverage. Okay, so now you know every single type of chat that you can activate with the AI chatbot. So now what we want to do is I am going to select Facebook chat just so that you can see how you can create this and then add it to a website. So we're going to click on Facebook chat and I am going to change the name to demo chat. Okay, so we're going to call this demo chat, and you'll notice right away that you can already see it here. That way you can see it actively update as you are updating the style, the chat window, and the messaging. Okay, so over here it'll ask you, where do you want to have the chat appear on your website? So Sticky means that it stays fixed in a page corner, and that is where I want to have it. But you could also embed it inline, which renders inline within a page content. So you can actually add it into an interior page as well. But we're just going to leave it in the corner for now. So then you're going to click on appearances. And here is where you get to kind of like brandify your chat. So you can change the colors, you can change the chat icons, you can change the theme over here, you can add your own brand colors, and you can really go to town changing that up. Okay, so let's say I want to change the Chatbot bubble color. I can click over here, and right over here, this is another brand kit that I was working with. Just go ahead and select this one so it looks more like my website, but this is actually a brand swatch that I created. If you want to learn more about what a brand swatch is, you can go to brandswatchstudio.com and learn more about it there. But basically what we do is we help you keep your brand cohesive from the start so that you have a structured visual identity across all your marketing assets. And you can go ahead and check that out. But right now, I'm just going to use this color palette to match everything to my brand palette. That way, when you add this to a website, it looks cohesive, as you can see right over here. You see how it matches the exact button color because everything is going to look cohesive and branded. It looks really awesome. Okay, so now we're going to go back and you can change the typography. You can go ahead and change the greeting here. So, hi there, have a question, chat with us here. So over here, you can change this to have a question. Barbie is ready to help. Okay. And then you'll see it already here. It's changing. Okay. And then you can enable the custom greeting if they go ahead and go to your website again. It says, welcome back. How can we help you today? Or you can disable it. It's totally up to you. Okay. All right. So we're done with that part. Now here is where you can replace the image here. You can add your image. I can click over here on replace. And I can go ahead and find an image of me. So we're just going to go ahead and put that in there. Okay, and then here's where you can change the widget position. So I like to have it here on the right-hand corner, but you can change it up. It's totally up to you. Those are all the different locations. Okay, and then the widget dimension, you can customize the size, and I just have that on auto. Okay. Now, the next thing is the chat window. So here's where you can also customize the chat window. So it's really simple. It's a very step-by-step, very straightforward process. You click on title and intro. You can change anything right over here. You can put all your information here. You can customize the information you collect, all that cool stuff, okay? And then this is very, 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 very important. You must link up the page that you want to have these Facebook conversations through. So you have to integrate your Facebook business page to this chat if you choose Facebook so that it connects. Okay, so it's going to take you through a little process. I already have mine connected, but you're going to connect a linked Facebook page. It's going to ask you, it's going to kind of like take you through a little wizard, and you're just going to go ahead and answer which page you want it to connect to, and then it'll configure everything for you. Okay. Now, additional options, you can do your agency branding, or you can put your name. You can have the compliance here. Like if you do text messaging and stuff, you can add all that stuff. You can edit all this stuff. See, it says here, I agree to receive SMS. Well, maybe you don't really want that. So you can edit all of those things right over here. Okay. As far as messaging goes, once they send a message through here, it gives you the example of what it looks like. Now let's go back to style just so that we can change the colors real quick. So the header color, I'm just going to make it the same color. We're just going to use these colors so that it's all branded to the same brand swatch here. And the visitor message color, let's see what that looks like here. Okay. All right, I mean, I'll just change this to this color just so that everything is nice and branded. So once you finish customizing your little chat widget, then you are good to go. So as you can see, that is the message that it sends to the person. So that's what color it would be. So play around with it, click around, and you'll see how the colors affect the actual message box. So the last thing I'm going to do is I am going to turn off agency branding. But if you are using that feature, you're going to need to add the link to your website, but I'm not going to be using that. So I just wanted to add that little extra note in here. And so now we're just going to go ahead and we're going to click on save. And now our chatbot has been created. Now it's going to say here, you can get this code, and now you can place this anywhere. So if you can add HTML to that website, you can grab this code and embed it. But there's another way to add this to the site that we want to add it to. So let's go ahead and get out of here. Let's go back. And we're here still in sites, and I'm going to go to stores. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to add this chatbot to my store. So I'm going to click on Brand Swatch Studio. Okay. And now you're like, okay, well, where do I add it? Do I grab the code and embed it somewhere? And if, do I put it on the home page like here? No, that's not what you're going to do. What you're going to do is you're going to go to the settings page. The setting is what governs the entire site. So you're going to click on settings, okay? And it's going to give you it gives me the store details. And then you're going to go to tracking and scripts. And you're going to find that there is already a space for the chat widget. So let's say, for example, if you wanted to just go ahead and put the code here, you could put the code here in the body tracking area, but it already has a space for you to select the chat widget. So all you have to do is select the chat widget that you want. So let's say 1 month you want to just use that Facebook chat widget, but you want to test the next month the SMS and see how that works, then you can create multiple chat bots and then just select them from this window right here under settings. So that's very, very important. So you're going to go to the website or funnel or store where you want to add that chatbot to. You're going to click on settings and you're going to locate the chat widget and then select the chat widget that you want to place in that area. And when you're done, you're going to have a really cool chatbot right over here that's going to be doing some of that heavy lifting for you as people visit your website. So hopefully this video helped you. If it did, please let me know by giving me a like. And if you have any questions or comments, please make sure to leave them in the comment section below. And of course, anything that I've talked about in this video, all those links are going to be inside of the description box. So with that being said, this has been Barbie Figueroa. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on another video. Bye for now.